Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We'll just head on down the line here from the horror slash sci-fi shelf. I'm going to do a review for you on the Hot Toys T800 Endoskeleton quarter scale figure. Absolute masterpiece. And I hope you enjoy it. Drop a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Is an iconic character from film, something James Cameron came up with after he had a dream, and then handed over the kind of, the blueprint, the instructions of what he had in his head over to Stan Winston and his team at Stan Winston Studios, and they brought it to life on film, and it has remained absolutely badass ever since. Just that terrifying, evil grin that the T800 Endoskeleton has, and this Hot Toys quarter scale figure made of, I don't know what the percentage is between plastic and die cast. It's not all die cast metal, but quite a lot of it is. And the big plastic plasma rifle, I think if you got the exclusive version, he came with two plasma rifles, which would look very, very cool, I have to admit. But I'm alright with just one. And to be honest, the older he gets, he has trouble holding that gun up anyway. I've got him to do it there, but at the slightest little wobble, and it will probably, yeah, it's alright. I mean, it's not too bad. Let's see if you'll hold it. I mean, there might be a way to tighten that up, probably. It probably takes some kind of tiny little, like, Allen key kind of thing, rather than a screw. So, I've never done it. I've never tightened up the joints. I don't think I have anyway, but isn't that just badass? So, yeah, it's mostly die-cast metal, really. I mean, when I feel it, you can feel, yeah, I mean, this is all cold, like, really cold to the touch. You can tell that's metal. That feels metal. That feels metal. This kind of feels, it's cold, but it feels quite light. I don't know. But it does feel cold to the touch, but the plastic bits feel just room temperature, whatever. But this bit is definitely die cast, and you can feel just how cold it is. So, and these, and this bit. So yeah, I mean, basically, I'd say about 85-90% die cast. Metal, which is exactly what you'd want. Now, the one thing that isn't metal, that I would always, I'd want the head to be, but well, mind you, that's cold as well. I don't know, I can't tell you. I don't think the head is die cast, but I just put my fingers on it and it felt really cold, and it's not that cold in here. It's like the life-size T800 head over there by Sideshow Collectibles. That's an amazing piece made from the molds that they used from T2. So it's incredibly accurate, but that is chrome plated, so it's always cold. Even in boiling hot summer, you go over and put your hand on that and it's cold to the touch, just like this guy is for the most part all over it. I know a lot of people out there want a 1/6 scale die-cast T800 from the original film or from T2. I'm sure either one would be greatly appreciated from the company, but I don't know what's taken so long with that, along with the, the kind of 2.0 1/6 scale original Predator. That would be very cool to see Hot Toys drop that one on us. So, I mean, they've been done before. Like I said, they've done the T800 Endoskeleton in all plastic, and it does look quite dated now, but it was a great piece for many years. But when you see something like this, where they've basically taken, they just shrunk it down, man. This is the real thing. This is the real Endoskeleton. The fact that he's die-cast metal as well, I mean, it doesn't get much better than this. It really is essential. It's a next level piece. It's right up there with Darth Vader, as in just truly iconic and recognizable, and instantly everyone just knows what this is. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. It really is a stunning, stunning piece. So something I did very recently was paint his eyes red so that they're permanently red. Now, they're not brightly lit up like they would be if they were switched on, but I can't leave them switched on all the time. The batteries would probably end up warping inside his head and cause damage. And I don't like it when, just like the Iron Man figures, I hate it when the eyes look off. There's no life in the figures. So, especially with the T800 Endoskeleton, you need the red eyes. Otherwise, he just looks, like he's frozen. I don't know, like his chips short-circuited and he's just stuck in a pose and he's just dead. So I want red eyes, and then that's what I got now permanently. So I'm happy with that. That was just, the same paint that I use for all the stuff that I show you. Here we go. It was literally like this stuff. I think that's the one. Revel Aqua Color. Fiery Red. That's what it's called. I'm sure any bright red would do the trick, but not that many of you would have the cojones to do something like this. But I do. Yeah. Sorry. It's true though. Love looking at how detailed he is. And these I don't know what these are about, but I remember other people have mentioned this as well. These do come out, they flap out like this, and I don't know why, but I guess they did that in, the real thing did this, or the animatronic or the puppets or whatever. Sometimes it was a puppet on someone's shoulders, other times it was a full animatronic beast of a creation that Stan Winston Studios would painstakingly put together. There's some amazing stories about the especially that iconic moment in T2 where the foot comes down and crushes the skull, and then it slowly pans up, and everything's just like they had one skull left. The guy who made the props, like, he made just enough because James Cameron kept wanting, he did it again and again and again and again, take after take, because the stomp would go well, but then as the camera would go up, something, I don't know, maybe it would wobble in a way he didn't like, or it just wasn't perfectly moving. So that very last take, and if you know anything about James Cameron for the Alien movie, or sorry, Aliens or T2, he knows what he wants, and if people on set aren't delivering what he wants, he can be quite Gordon Ramsay about it. So the poor guy was crapping himself on that last take, that he had one last skull left to crush, and thank God they got that scene with that one last skull. And James Cameron never knew that they were about to run out, because he would have kicked off like Christian Bale on the set of Terminator Salvation. Just appreciate the contours. He's even got like traps, like metal traps. Everything moves. Everything. Every little piston. And you can do anything with the fingers. The articulation in those is crazy. I mean, he's throwing up the horns right there. You know? Listening to You Could Be Mine by Guns N' Roses. Getting it done. Looking for the remaining humans on Earth. Oh, that's a sick angle right there. I'm going to have to go ahead and take a picture. Anyone know where I'm going to put it? I'll give you a few seconds. That's right. The gram. D933. Go ahead and you follow me over there. You see a few of these angles. You can appreciate them. Yeah, man. He's like, death to the non-believers. Look at that. Throwing up the horns. Raging. Mouth open. You can do that with this thing. Mouth open, mouth closed. It's kind of scary to see a T800 Endoskeleton screaming at you. Yeah, it's a shame about the big white thingy around his waist, but he actually came with a groin grabber, if I remember. But it wasn't really getting it done. Wasn't really doing a good job of holding them up. Like a lot of these Hot Toys quarter scale stands, like the one that came with Joker over there was just a joke. And the see what I did there by accident. And the one that comes with him rubs his balls and stains him, so you have to take precautions with that. Long story, you don't need to know about that stuff. Yeah, he's celebrating after the last human has been exterminated. He's like, yay, we're all done, we got them all. Now what? Now I have no purpose. I guess I could stick around in case some of them, we missed them. Maybe a couple of them try breeding. Get them eventually. And yeah, just stay on patrol, really. Just a precautionary measure. Just make sure there's no more humans. Just lurk about and, you know, maintain the lack of humanness everywhere. It's kind of hard to make him look bad. I mean, you can make him look silly. He still looks badass while looking silly. Like here, you know. I'm still feeling it, even though he looks ridiculous. But still pretty cool. Look at that. I'm just doing a little pose here, and just basically because of the angle I'm at posing him, he kind of leaned forward, and I thought, ooh, he looks like he's reaching for a child. Well, what can I say, folks? You know, it is a time of war, man versus machine, but people are still going to get pregnant because people are stupid. So, you know, the Terminators, they do not discriminate between child and adult. So, this is a pose of a T800 reaching for a youngling. So, there you go. Watch out, kiddies. Like I said, I mean, they don't discriminate. They've all got to go. All the fleshy ones need to be gone. Let's just take a moment here to appreciate 3 of Stan Winston's amazing creations. Now, not that Stan he made it, you know, a real tangible thing, the T800 Endoskeleton, but it was James Cameron's idea. And I don't know if it was exactly Stan Winston who came up with the design for Pumpkinhead here. It may very well be. It's probably in the book I got down there on Stan Winston, thanks to Anthony saying. Here is the original Predator, quarter scale by NECA. So 3, let's just say Stan Winston Studios creations, because they're the guys who made these amazing, standing the test of time, being mother flipping figures and characters. It's just awesome to see these 3 together. I love all 3 of these films. Again, we've got original Predator from Predator 1, T800 from Terminator 1, the original, and Pumpkinhead from the awesome Pumpkinhead movie, starring Lance Henriksen. And if you haven't seen it, do yourself a favor and check it out, because it's got some sequels. Don't worry about those ones, leave them be. But check out the original Pumpkinhead, man. It's a great film. Amazing special effects, really creepy. And yeah, nice to see these 3 together. So definitely wanted to capture a bit of this, stick it in the review, and hope you enjoy seeing them together. just get a look at the details here, and I love the weathering on this guy. Right in that midsection there, you can see kind of like oil dripping. Right in the middle there, you can see those little drips of oil. That is a wonderful touch there, and there is just, I mean, there is all kinds of weathering, because he is based on the original T800 that walked through the flames when it emerged. You can see that at the bottom of his legs there, they're kind of burnt, which is a really cool touch. All his toes move as well, same as the fingers. And there's just some really amazing weathering going on here. I mean, I don't know if the camera's going to do it justice. Probably not. You'd have to see something like this in person. But it is a quarter scale endoskeleton. I mean, it doesn't get much better than this. It is incredible. And I think the paint job I did on his eyes there to make them look red has worked out really nicely. I'm very happy with that, because I hate, you know, worrying about how long to leave the lights on with the batteries and all that. I tend to not leave them on at all, so he looked off all the time. So now he looks on all the time, ready to kill. Alright folks, that's it. It's an amazing piece, 10 out of 10. What a great figure. It's very tricky to get your hands on one of these days. Hopefully Hot Toys will make him in 1/6 scale and keep it die cast just like they did with this version. I would definitely be up for getting a 1/6 scale version to go along with the rest of the Terminator collection over there. But I hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and all the old footage that I kind of spliced in with the rotating base, the pose sessions, the photography sessions, all that stuff, just to, you know, make this new take on the review a little bit more interesting for you. But this is an amazing piece from a great film. Absolutely fantastic movie. Alright guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Always good to hear from you. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and Facebook at D9free. And doing the channel full time, so anyone who wants to join up for $1 a month on Patreon to help this channel survive and help me keep bringing you videos, and you can follow the link under the video to take you to my Patreon page. Join up for $1 a month. Become a member of the Night Vision Army or my production team. And I'll stick your name at the end of every video, just like the credits of a movie. Alright. Hope you enjoyed this one, guys. It's an amazing, amazing piece. Just look at that thing. I could film this all night. Beautiful. Incredible recreation of something just so important for film history, man. Alright. Take it easy, guys. See you soon. Bye-bye.